Hello friends, Gagan this side. So today I'm going to discuss about LMS in Salesforce, which is a lightning messaging services. And I will discuss what is LMS, we'll discuss about the feature of the LMS, what are all are the application, use case of the LMS, and then we will discuss the structure, like what all the files that you have to create while implementing the LMS in LWC or in Aura component. And then after discussing the structure, I will walk through with some of the example that I have implemented in my Trailhead account. So this is my Trailhead account, and here I have done some implementation. So I will just give you a demo as well. So stay tuned. So now let's start with the LMS. What is LMS? So LMS is a lightning messaging service. It's a mechanism. It's a pub-sub mechanism. You can see there's a pub-sub mechanism, which is used to basically make establish a communication between either Lightning Web Components, Aura Components, or Visual Force Page. So let's suppose that there are two components. One is LWC, and second component is Aura component, and both of these components are added in a single page. Okay, and there is no relationship. There is no parent-child relationship, and they are not in a single DOM. I hope you understand by the DOM. DOM means like HTML. If you're calling Aura component inside the LWC, that means they both are in the same DOM. But I'm talking about if two components are not in the same DOM, and then it is a requirement to make a relationship between those two components, and in that case we can use LMS. And it's basically pub-sub mechanism. Pub-sub mechanism means if there's a one publisher, then there could be multiple subscribers. So let's suppose that I have created one LWC, and LWC has published one uh, messaging channel. Okay, so in lightning message servicing, we basically create some messaging channel. So if some element has, if one component has published one messaging channel, and we basically put some message, and if there are 10 different component who has subscribed those message channel, then in that case one component can publish a message, and 10 different channel who has subscribed that messaging channel, they can basically receive all those messages which is coming from the publisher side. So this is actually it's very pretty simple. It's like worked on the pub sub kind of mechanism. Okay. So what all are the key feature of the Lightning messaging services? One is the cross DOM communication. Okay. So basically, if you are using LMS, it will basically enables you to communicate between components. Means that no matter if it's a LWC, if it's an Aura component, if it's a Visual Force page, and you wanted to make a establish a kind of relationship, or you want to do the communication, then it can do that. It doesn't matter like what kind of component DOM you are using. It basically work across the DOMs. Okay, the second one is decoupled communication. What is decoupled? Don't need to know each other. Yeah, so that's as I already discussed that you don't have to make any relationship between the component. It's basically worked on pub sub mechanism. That means if let's suppose that if I go here, okay, and if there's one LWC called read record, and there's another Aura component which is like create record. Okay, so basically in order to do the communication between LWC and Aura component, I don't need to know what is the name of this LWC. It's just like what I have to do. I have to just create a channel. I have to just create one messaging channel, and message you can give the messaging channel name as an ABCD. And this component has, in order to communicate, in order to make a relationship between Aura component and LWC, I mean, they both are not in relationship, but in order to establish the communication between LWC and Aura component, this component has to subscribe this channel. I mean, the publish this channel, and this component who wants to read the message from this LWC, they have to subscribe this channel. So basically, the intermediary between LWC and Aura component is this channel. So through this channel, this both of this component will communicate. So this LWC component has to publish a message to this channel, and this component has to subscribe, subscribe this channel. And whatever the message they will publish to this channel, it will be readable by this Aura component. So this is like a simple mechanism. It's like based on the pub-sub. The third one is work across framework. So basically, this LMS is not stick to any particular component. You can basically do the multi-layer communication. like LWC to Aura, Aura to LWC, Aura to Visual Force page, and vice versa, Visual Force to Aura component. But there's one thing we, if you remember, Visual Force page was available in classic Salesforce experience as well, but this LMS only support Lightning experience. So you had to basically take care of this point. Now the use cases of LMS. So use case of the LMS is, the first one is if basically you wanted to make a communication between two unrelated LWCs. Obviously, there are two LWC in the single record page, and you wanted to establish a communication. In that case, we can use the LMS. LWC component want to talk to Aura component. If you wanted to make a communication between LWC and Aura component, which is not in the same DOM, then again we can use LMS. The third one is we want to pass the data from parent to child. Can we do that? No, we can't do that. It's a cross here. In order to establish a communication between parent, child to parent, you have to use either the API decorator or the custom events. Visual Force page wants to publish LWC. Yeah, again, we can use this, but you have to be sure that you are using the Lightning experience, not the classic experience. So this is all other theoretical part. If we move forward, how we can create the LWC and how we can basically establish the communication through LMS. So first step is you have to create a messaging channel. So if I go to my org and if I go to Lightning Studio, so basically the similar way, the way we basically create the LWC, there's an option to create Lightning messaging channel. You remember what I said? You have to create one channel, and this channel will be published by this LWC, and the people who wants to make a communication with this component, they have to subscribe the same channel. So I already created this channel. Can you see this? So what you have to do, you have to go here, create messaging Lightning channel, Lightning message channel, and then you have to provide the name, and it will create this. It will create this channel. So the channel name is sample messaging channel, but you have to use this in this kebab case. And I also added one field, which is message. Yeah, this is the field. So through this field, we will be passing the payload or whatever the information you wanted to share with the the person who has subscribed this basically message channel. So let's suppose that there are 10 LWCs who has subscribed this channel. So I will be passing the information through this message field. That's one of the thing. If I go back to our PPT, scroll down. So yeah, first of all, you have to create this Lightning message channel so that the different component who want to make the communication, they have to publish and subscribe this same channel. The second thing is we have to, so basically the LWC who is publishing this message, you have to import two libraries. One library is messaging service, and the second library is basically a channel that basically you wanted to subscribe or publish. You have to import that as well. So in the messaging services, it will give you two method: publish or message context. So publish is a basically method through which we will be publishing our messages, and this message context you have to use in the wire. Okay, and there is one thing: when you are publishing, okay, when you are publishing an channel, you have to pass three parameter. One is the message context. One is a message context, second is the channel name. So this channel we are basically importing through this library, Salesforce message channel, and this should be the name of your channel. So in our case, the channel name should be this sample message channel. I will show you that. Okay, and then once you basically build the message, you have to pass this message by publishing it. Okay, so this is the message. This is the message you wanted to send, record ID or information to which channel you wanted to send, to this channel that you have imported, and you have to provide the channel name which you have created here, this sample message channel. And then you have to provide the message context. This is like message channel is nothing but it's like a token. You can see that it's just a token which basically help to identify what kind of message you're trying to send to the people. So let's suppose that through this channel, this LWC is sending 10 different messages. So for identification, you have to pass the message context. Second thing is the subscriber. Same like the publisher, the subscriber, LWC or the component who wanted to receive the message from the publisher, they have to import two libraries. One is the subscribe library, sorry, this message service library. Second is again the channel name. Okay. So in the previous slide, it was published because you were publishing the event. Here it is subscribe because you are subscribing it. Okay. So you have to import the subscribe and message context, these two methods or argument, you can say that. This message context you have to use in the where adapter, and then the subscriber we are using to basically subscribe the channel. Okay. So that once we will subscribe this channel, whatever the message is coming in the future, it will keep coming here, because you have to just establish the subscription. Once you subscribe the channel, if in the future, after this component has been loaded, let's suppose that you're sending the messages continuously through the same channel, we will be getting the same message again and again. You just have to establish the connection during the load of the component. That's why we are using connected callback. Again, in the subscription, during the subscription of the channel, you have to provide the message context, channel name, which we are importing here, and the actual message. So this message will be coming through uh, through here. Can you see this? So yeah, it will be giving us the message. We will be getting the actual message here. So now let's go to the example that I have built. So can you see this is one is the publish LWC and this is the subscribe LWC. So receive message is null at the moment, but if from the publish, if I will pass this LWC LMS, this text, if I will click this publish, it will publish this message, okay, to a particular channel which we have created here, sample message channel. It will just publish this message to this publish field, and it will, and then this is a subscriber LWC who has subscribed the same channel. I will click this publish, this message will go here, and the channel will publish this message. Because it's a subscriber and subscriber has also subscribed this, so it will get the same message here. So there's no connection between these two LWC. I'm just clicking publish, so you can see LWC LMR is here. If I will mention Gagan Anand, the same message is coming here. If I will say LWC connected, so same message is coming here. This is coming through this channel because the subscriber has subscribed this channel and publisher is publishing the messages. Okay. Um, yeah. So now I will show you my LWC. So this is the publishing LWC. So this HTML have one input field which is called enter message. You can see enter message. On change, on change, we are basically handling. If I will show you the JavaScript, yeah. So on change, whatever the value you are passing on this input, we are basically saving this value in this message value track message variable. We are just whatever the value you are putting, we are passing this to message, and then there's a button called submit. I guess handle publish button. Yeah, this publish button. So once you are clicking publish button, what we are doing, we are publishing the messaging event. We are publishing the channel. So we are importing the same channel. I will show you the channel. Yeah, here is the channel, right? Sample messaging channel. So we are importing the same channel here, and we are importing publish and message context through this library messaging services. And here we are passing the message context, we are passing the channel name, and we are passing the payload, the actual message. Message, what is the message? Message is nothing but the input that you are giving. Which input? This input. And as soon as when I'm clicking publish, this event is getting fired and it's publishing this message. And now there's a subscription LWC, which is on the load of this component is subscribing the same channel, sample message channel, and getting the message and passing this message to this HTML variable receive message. So the same message we are passing to the receive message, and this is how it's getting rendered. If I'm putting Gagananan and clicking publish, it's getting rendered here, receive message, right? This is how it's getting rendered. So basically, we have subscribed the channel, and whatever the message is coming through this channel, we are rendering to the HTML. So this is how simple this is. You just have to create one one messaging channel, message channel. You have to define the field, whatever the field, in which field you wanted to store the message. In publish, you have to import these two libraries. One is the message service, second is the channel. You have to publish the channel with the message and the message context. Second, and then in the subscription you have to import again the tool libraries with the subscribe method. This method will basically subscribe the same channel and will get the message and will render it in the UI. So how simple is that? If you want some other topics to be discussed in this channel, please feel free and comment down in this video, and please support this channel by subscribing it. Thank you.